Men, if you wake up in the morning and feel your legs heavy like concrete, if your feet go cold at night, no matter how many blankets you pile on, if your heart pounds harder just climbing a single flight of stairs, or if the erections that once came without a second thought now fade, weaken, or disappear completely. Listen closely, because what I'm about to share with you could genuinely change your life. These are not random signs of getting older. They are warnings. Silent alarms telling you that your arteries are narrowing, blood flow is slowing, and your body is begging for help. For many men, the first place circulation collapses is not the heart, not the brain, but the penis. That is why erections disappear years before a heart attack ever strikes. The body gives you the warning early. Most men just don't know how to read it. My name is Dr. Claire Weston. I've been practicing medicine for over 20 years, and the thing that frustrates me most is watching men get handed a prescription and told, "This is just aging, there's nothing else you can do." That is not good enough. It has never been good enough. Because the truth is, some of the most powerful tools for restoring blood flow and clearing arteries are sitting in your kitchen right now, or they can be starting today. Today, I'm going to walk you through 8 natural oils that can genuinely transform your circulation. And I'm not just going to tell you they're good for you. I'm going to tell you exactly how to use them, how much to take, and whether you can combine them, because I know that is the question every single one of you has. I hear it constantly, so we're going to answer it all right here, right now. Before we go further, if you believe every man deserves real answers and not just another pill, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I make these videos for men like you, men who are not ready to give up. Type 1 in the comments if you're ready to take back your strength. Now let's get into it. Number 8, extra virgin olive oil. Picture a man in his early 70s sitting on the edge of his bed at 2 in the morning, rubbing his calves because they feel like they're filled with wet cement. He tries to stand, but his feet feel numb and cold, like they don't belong to him anymore. And then he lies back down next to the woman he loves, wanting to reach for her, wanting to feel like himself again. But nothing happens. No response, no strength, just silence. He blames himself. He thinks he failed. He thinks something is fundamentally broken inside him, but the truth is brutally simple. The problem is not desire. The problem is not his heart or his hormones. The problem is circulation. When arteries become stiff, clogged, and inflamed, when plaque builds up inside the blood vessels like rust inside an old pipe, blood can't move freely. And if blood can't move freely, nothing works the way it should. This is where extra virgin olive oil becomes a genuine lifeline. Rich in antioxidants and heart-healing monounsaturated fats, it works like a gentle internal cleanser, helping to clear the sticky buildup that narrows blood vessels, smoothing the inner walls so blood can flow again. It protects against dangerous clotting. It supports nitric oxide production, which is the chemical that tells your arteries to relax and widen. And it helps blood reach the heart, the legs, and yes, the penis. How to use it? 1 to 2 tablespoons a day. Drizzle it over a salad. Cook your eggs in it. Pour it over roasted vegetables. Don't heat it to high temperatures. Use it at low to medium heat or raw to preserve the antioxidants. This is one of the easiest oils to incorporate daily, and consistency is everything here. 1 tablespoon every single day is worth far more than 3 tablespoons once a week. Men who start using extra virgin olive oil consistently describe changes that come quietly but powerfully. Feet that no longer feel frozen. Legs that don't ache after a short walk. Energy that stays steady after meals instead of crashing hard. And morning erections returning like an old friend knocking on the door. It's not magic. It is biology working the way it was designed to work. Number 7, avocado oil. There is a moment many men recognize. You're sitting in the doctor's office. The results come back. He looks over his glasses, pauses, and says, "Your numbers aren't great. Your cholesterol is up. Your triglycerides are climbing. Your arteries are getting harder." He doesn't say it outright, but you hear it clearly. You are running out of time. And in that moment, everything you took for granted comes rushing back. Running with your kids on a Saturday afternoon, holding your wife's hand on the beach, waking up feeling strong and ready. And now you're sitting in that chair, nodding politely while you're terrified on the inside. Most men don't fear death. What they fear is losing the ability to live while they're still alive. Avocado oil addresses the silent fire that most men don't even know is burning inside their arteries: inflammation. Packed with monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants, including vitamin E, it acts like a calming hand on the interior walls of your blood vessels. It reduces inflammation, raises HDL, that's your good cholesterol, while lowering LDL and triglycerides. It makes platelets less sticky and less likely to clump into clots that can steal your breath, your movement, and your erections. How to use it? 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. Avocado oil has a higher smoke point than olive oil, so it's excellent for sautéing, roasting, and grilling. You can also drizzle it over a finished dish. It has a clean, mild taste that works with almost anything. This one is genuinely easy to cook with every day. Men who start using avocado oil regularly talk about feeling lighter after meals, walking farther without stopping to catch their breath, warmth coming back to their legs and feet, and when they're brave enough to say it out loud, strength returning in the bedroom. Not because they got younger overnight, because circulation came back. Number 6, pumpkin seed oil. There is a sound many men dread, though they'll never say it out loud, the sound of their own heartbeat pounding too hard at night. Lying in the dark, staring at the ceiling, feeling each thump like a warning. Chest tight after climbing stairs, legs swelling by evening. Sitting on the edge of the bed, massaging calves that ache and never fully feel right anymore. The problem for many men isn't just the arteries, it's the pressure. High blood pressure forces blood through narrow, stiff vessels until the body starts paying a serious price. And when pressure is too high for too long, the first thing to go is blood flow to non-essential areas, and the body considers the penis non-essential for survival. That is why erections fade long before anything else seems visibly wrong. Pumpkin seed oil is dark, rich, and loaded with magnesium, zinc, and powerful antioxidants that relax arterial walls and ease the burden on the heart. It's been shown to lower blood pressure meaningfully over time, soften hardened arterial walls, and support nitric oxide, the signal that tells blood vessels to open up and let life move through. Now, I've heard the concern that pumpkin seed oil might be inflammatory. Let me address that directly. The research on pumpkin seed oil shows the opposite. It is anti-inflammatory when used in appropriate amounts. The key word is appropriate. 1 tablespoon per day. That is the dose. Don't exceed it. Drizzle it over soup, salad, or roasted vegetables. Do not cook it on high heat. Use it as a finishing oil to preserve its nutrients. Men who use pumpkin seed oil consistently describe changes that come on quietly. Legs feeling lighter, walking farther without stopping, sleeping more deeply, morning blood pressure readings coming down, and erections returning with more warmth and more staying power. Not because of a trick, but because blood finally had room to move. Number 5, sesame oil. Many men know the experience of a calf cramp that grabs them in the shower or at 3 in the morning with a grip so tight they have to brace against the wall just to stay on their feet. They wait for it to pass, heart pounding, asking themselves if this is just another cramp or the beginning of something worse. Cramps that strike that way are often signs of blood struggling to reach the muscles. Signs of oxidative stress slowly doing damage to the arteries from the inside out. Think of it like internal rust. Over time, it stiffens the vessel walls, creates friction, and turns what should be smooth, powerful blood flow into a sluggish fight. Sesame oil is loaded with lignans, which are natural compounds that act like armor for your blood vessels, shielding them from oxidative damage. It supports nitric oxide so arteries stay wide and blood flows freely. It reduces platelet stickiness so blood doesn't clump, and it softens stiffened arteries consistently over time. How to use it: 1 tablespoon per day. Sesame oil has a distinctive nutty flavor that works beautifully as a finishing oil over vegetables, grains, or soups. Like pumpkin seed oil, don't cook it on high heat. Add it at the end of cooking or use it in dressings. This is one of the easiest ways to get it into your daily routine. Men who add sesame oil report that the nighttime cramps start fading. Their legs feel lighter, their feet feel warmer. Breathing gets easier, and intimacy changes in ways they weren't expecting. Fuller, stronger, more reliable. Because when blood moves freely again, the body remembers what it's capable of. Number 4, almond oil. Here's a story I've heard more times than I can count. A man bends down to tie his shoes, something he's done thousands of times without thinking. And a wave of dizziness hits him hard and fast. The room tilts. His vision goes blurry for just a second. He grabs his knee and waits for it to pass. He tells himself he stood up too fast, but inside fear sets in because he knows that feeling wasn't normal. It was blood struggling to reach the brain fast enough. Blood that's too thick, too heavy, moving through arteries that have gotten too narrow. From that day forward, everything changes just a little. Getting out of the car, stepping out of the shower, walking through the grocery store. He starts noticing what his body used to do without effort. And in quiet moments, he notices something else. Erections that used to arrive without a second thought now require effort, and sometimes nothing comes at all. And that silence in the bedroom cuts deeper than any dizziness ever did. Thick, sticky blood is one of the most common and most overlooked reasons erections fail. When blood is too heavy to rush into the penis with force, it simply can't fill the chambers or hold firmness. Almond oil, rich in vitamin E and heart-friendly fats, works like a lubricant inside the arteries, reducing blood viscosity, lowering dangerous LDL cholesterol, and calming the inflammation that drives clot formation. How to use it? 1 teaspoon per day. Almond oil is mild and slightly sweet. Stir it into warm oatmeal in the morning. Mix it into a smoothie. Add it to warm milk before bed. It is gentle, consistent, and easy to work into a routine you'll actually stick with. Men who start using almond oil describe their thinking getting clearer, the afternoon fog lifting, their energy staying more consistent throughout the day, and the thing they notice most, erections returning stronger and more stable, like the body suddenly remembered how to function. Number 3, flaxseed oil. There's a moment I've seen described time and again. A man standing in front of the mirror and almost not recognizing himself. Shoulders slumped, eyes tired. The spark that used to define him, gone. He lifts his chin, trying to see the man he remembers. But what he sees instead is exhaustion, strain, a body that no longer responds the way it should. He remembers who he used to be. The man who woke up ready, whose pulse was strong, whose body responded with confidence and fire. That man feels like someone from another lifetime now, separated by years of stress, inflammation, and slowly tightening arteries. But here's what most men never hear. The body is not giving up. It is fighting. It's inflamed, struggling, burning inside the vessel walls, pushing against blood that has become too thick and too slow. That internal fire has to be calmed before blood can flow the way it's supposed to. Black seed oil contains a compound called thymoquinone, and it is remarkable. It works like a fire extinguisher inside your arteries, cooling inflammation, calming vessel walls, and giving blood room to move. It supports nitric oxide production. It has been shown in research to gently raise testosterone levels. It reduces plaque buildup and helps blood reach the smallest arteries in the body, including those responsible for erections. How to use it? 1 teaspoon per day, and no more than that. Black seed oil is potent. It has a strong, slightly bitter, peppery taste. The easiest way to take it is mixed into a teaspoon of raw honey or stirred into warm water with lemon. Some men add it to a smoothie to mask the taste. Take it consistently and give it at least 3 to 4 weeks. This is an oil that builds over time. Men who take black seed oil talk about their chest loosening, their breathing going deeper, their energy coming back, their mood lifting. They wake with morning strength they haven't felt in years. 1 teaspoon a day can feel like relighting a flame you thought had gone out for good. Number 2, pomegranate seed oil. Here is something that most men don't know. When your blood pressure is chronically high, the body makes a calculated decision about where to send blood and where to cut it off. The brain and the heart are the priority. The penis is not. So before a man ever has a heart attack, before he ever ends up in an emergency room, his erections quietly disappear. It's the body sacrificing pleasure for survival. And it happens so gradually that most men don't connect the two. Pomegranate seed oil is one of the most powerful natural vasodilators I know of. It contains concentrated antioxidants that act like a cleansing flood through the arteries, breaking down the hardened debris that clings to vessel walls. It boosts nitric oxide more aggressively than most oils on this list, relaxing and widening the blood vessels so blood can push through with real force. It reduces the oxidative stress that ages arteries from the inside, restoring elasticity, warmth, and power. How to use it: half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon per day. Pomegranate seed oil is more concentrated than most of the others on this list, which is why the dose is smaller. You can take it straight, mix it into a dressing, or blend it into a smoothie. Because of its potency, start with half a teaspoon and work up from there. Men who take pomegranate seed oil describe feeling more awake, more alive, more grounded in their own body. Their faces regain color, their hands feel warmer, they walk with more confidence. The bedroom becomes a place of hope again instead of something to avoid. That sudden rush of warmth and pressure they thought they'd lost forever, it comes back. Number 1. Flaxseed oil. I want to spend a moment on something important here, because I hear from men regularly about flaxseed oil, and there is a genuine concern worth addressing. Some people have reported that flaxseed oil can cause platelets to clump. Here's the truth. Flaxseed oil is one of the most powerful omega-3 sources on the planet, and its primary mechanism is actually thinning the blood and reducing clot formation, not increasing it. However, as with any powerful supplement, individual responses can vary. If you are on blood thinners or anticoagulant medications, talk to your doctor before adding flaxseed oil. And if you have had abnormal platelet activity in blood work, monitor it. That said, for the vast majority of men, flaxseed oil is profoundly protective. It thins thick blood, reduces dangerous clot formation, and melts inflammation from the inside out. It softens hardened arteries. It supports nitric oxide. Research has shown it can reduce arterial plaque meaningfully over time, transforming the inner landscape of the arteries, the way opening a window transforms a closed room. How to use it: 1 tablespoon per day, always raw. Never heat flaxseed oil. Heat destroys the omega-3s completely. Add it to a smoothie, stir it into oatmeal after it's cooled, drizzle it over salad, or just take it straight from the spoon. Store it in the refrigerator and use it within a few weeks of opening, because it goes rancid faster than most oils. Men who start taking flaxseed oil consistently describe changes that feel like a turning point. Warmth returning to feet that have been cold for years. Pressure lifting off the chest, color returning to the face, confidence returning to the mind, and erections fuller, stronger, longer lasting, returning in ways that feel like the body coming back to life. Now, I know exactly what most of you are thinking, because you've been asking me this question ever since I started covering these oils. Can you combine them? Do you have to choose just one? The answer is yes, you can absolutely combine them, but do it intelligently. Here is a simple protocol to start. Pick 2 or 3 oils and rotate them. Do not try to take all 8 at once. Your body needs time to adjust, and taking too many simultaneously makes it impossible to know what is working. A good starting combination would be 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil daily as your cooking oil base, 1 teaspoon of black seed oil in the morning mixed with honey, and 1 tablespoon of flaxseed oil in the evening, added to your last meal or a smoothie. Give this combination 4 to 6 weeks before evaluating. Then you can add a 4th oil if you want. Avocado oil works beautifully as a second cooking oil alongside olive oil. The total daily volume of oils combined should not exceed 3 to 4 tablespoons. Your digestive system needs to process these fats effectively, and more is not always better. Consistency over months beats intensity over days every single time. Now let me say the most important thing I want you to hear today. In the quiet hours of the night, when the house has gone still and the world finally pauses, men ask themselves questions they never say out loud. How much time do I have left? Will I spend the rest of my life watching my strength fade and my energy disappear? Will I become a burden instead of a protector? Will I lose the ability to love the person who has stood beside me all these years? These questions are not spoken, but they echo, and every man feels them eventually. Here's what I want you to know after 20 years of sitting across from men just like you. Aging is not the enemy. Weak circulation is. Blocked arteries are. Silent inflammation is. The slow strangling of blood flow is what steals vitality, steals independence, steals the fire that makes a man feel alive. But it does not have to end that way. The body is not broken. It is waiting for support, waiting for something real. And the 8 oils we covered today, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, pumpkin seed oil, sesame oil, almond oil, flaxseed oil, pomegranate seed oil, and flaxseed oil, are not just pantry items. They are tools. Every tablespoon is a small act of defiance against decline. Every consistent day is a message to your body that says, not yet, not today, not without a fight. When blood flow returns, life returns. When arteries open, strength opens. When circulation rises, so does everything else. Your energy, your stamina, your clarity, your confidence, your closeness, your intimacy. You are not done. You are not finished. You are not destined to fade. Start tonight. Pick one oil. Take one spoon. Honor yourself with one step, because the distance between where you are and where you want to be is not measured in months. It is measured in moments. And this one is yours. If something in this video hit home for you, share it with another man who needs to hear it. Leave a comment below and tell me which oil you're going to start with. I read every single one. And if you want the full written protocol with dosages and combinations in one place, subscribe and check my next video. That's exactly what we're covering. Thank you for spending this time with me today. It is genuinely an honor to do this work. Your heart is worth fighting for. Your strength is worth protecting. And your story, and I promise you, is far from over.